Let's see. Live viewers. Okay, awesome. So excited. I have Dr. Constance, a wonderful guest for today. And I'm so excited to learn about her and about what inspired her so that she can inspire everybody else. So I'm looking forward to this conversation. So she's an influencer of sorts on Clubhouse, on Instagram, on TikTok, on LinkedIn, you name it. You could find Dr. Constance everywhere, and she's just doing so many amazing things. So we need to find out what they are, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's get the show on the road, Dr. Constance. Let's start
Yeah.
off by asking. I'm going to ask you a little bit about yourself because I don't know your history, how you grew up. What was it like to be Dr. Constance before she was the doctor?
When
Growing
I
up.
was young, I grew up in the Philippines, born and raised there in a small town called Osamis City.
Mhm.
It's in Mindanao. So there's three big islands, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And I grew up in an island, obviously. Um, it's called Mindanao. So it's a small little city called Osamis. That's where my mom gave birth to me and my grandma was there. And then we have family in Cebu, which is the second island.
Mhm.
It's called Visayas. And I'm an only child. My parents left me when I was 2 to come to America because my mom was an American. She actually went there in the Philippines to visit family, to go to school there,
Mhm.
and she got pregnant. She got
Mhm.
pregnant at 16, had me at 17, pretty young. My dad was 18 at that time. So yeah, it went from there. I've actually lived there until my teens, right? And basically, growing up, um, a small town, we were a very tight knit community. As you know, Asians are very communal. So it was a place where everyone knew each other and there was a strong sense of support and belonging, right? And my family placed a high value on education and hard work, which in turn shaped my values and, of course, my aspirations. I came here when I was 13, didn't know how to speak English. um, my main language is Old Latin because my grandma's from Spain. Her family's from Spain, so we speak Old Latin. My
Nice.
grandfather is full Chinese from Guangzhou, China, so it's Chinese and Old Latin. But we live in the Philippines, so then we had to learn Bisaya, which is our third dialect. Then,
Mhm.
of course, the whole country needs to learn in school Tagalog, so that's a main language for the Philippines. So that's my fourth language. And then I came to America, and so literally, I had to speak English, and I didn't know how to speak English. So I wanted
Mhm.
to go back to the
Mhm.
Philippines. And then I learned Spanish, which is I know it's similar to Visayan
Mhm.
because we were conquered for hundreds of years in the Philippines by Spain. And then, of course, I learned a little bit of Japanese. I have family in Japan, a little bit of French, Italian. So yeah, just add them all languages in there.
That
But
is no wonder you're a smarto. No, it's good to know a lot of languages, and I think when you know a lot of languages, you can, like knowing Latin, you could probably uh, read some medical books and kind of figure out some of the words, what the spelling means. I that kind of happened with me. So I see that a few of your friends are here, Kinga. And
yeah.
Susanna down. Kinga says hello. And Susanna, what a sweetheart. She says, love you, sis. Dr. Constance Leyland. That
Yes.
is awesome. It's always so great to have sisters that support and that really care about you. So thank you, ladies, for the support that you're giving the doctor here. That's wonderful. And what you said about community too, is wonderful as well. I work with a few ladies from the Philippines, and they are so hospitable. It'll be lunchtime, and they'll have their spread of food there, and they'll invite me, "Here, have some of what we have here," and I love the food, and I just love the kindness, the hospitality, and so, what you mentioned made me really think about that. Hey, Jason Kinsey says, "Hey, you rock. You do too, Jason." Thanks for coming in and sharing your kind thoughts, my brother. So, growing up, you must have had some challenges when you first came to the US learning English. Um, what were some of those challenges that you faced? Um,
I
and how
think
did you handle them? Yeah.
I think most of my challenges was language barrier. Because coming to a country where you don't know how to speak the language and then trying to interact with the people you don't understand.
Mhm.
I've been called a dummy. And I just laugh because I thought dummy means cute until I learn what that means. So I have a lot of those, things. But because my family puts the importance of education, one of my biggest challenge really I faced was balancing between, um, academic pursuits with my personal responsibilities. Like you got to cook, you got to clean, but you got to do your homework, right?
Mhm.
There were times when the work was so overwhelming. I had put myself to college, I
Mhm.
paid for it, and I felt stretched thin a lot of times. I ended up even in the hospital a couple of times with
Mhm.
bleeding ulcer. Because I don't eat, I run on um, coffee and caffeine.
Mhm.
So there were times when the workload was so overwhelming, I get so stressed out, I would have hives. So I overcame this by developing more of a strong time management skills,
Mhm.
seeking support. Like it's okay to ask for help. And in my the way I grew up, it's like asking for help is the last resort. Okay, so for me, it's like asking for help was just too much. And I think that was the pride talking, right? When you let go of your pride and say, okay, I really need help. You'll be surprised how many people really willing to help. And I stay focused on my long term goals, which was to graduate and go to college and get a job. That was my, I want to be independent because it's actually the opposite of Filipinos. We stay together all the way. Even when you're married, you stay together with your family. And I wanted to have an American way of living where I'm still communal, but I'm more independent. And that took a long time
Mhm.
to do that. But well, not really. Came here at 13. I left my house at 18, had my own full time job, put myself to school. But time management, I learned how to do that quickly, and also asking for help. It takes a lot.
Mm.
But letting go of your pride and said it's okay to ask for help.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And it takes humility, right, to ask for help. So, and some people look at it as a weakness, but I see it that's a strength, right?
it is. It is.
Yeah. So Queen Kaylin says hello, and Crystal says buenas noches, Angelica. Hey, CJ. Hey, Queen.
Hey.
Good to see everybody supporting. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. So, wow. I think that was funny that you thought that dummy meant that you were cute. And
Yeah,
what?
I was like flipping my hair. I'm like, "Oh, he thinks I'm cute." And then I figured out what dummy was. I was like, it was halfway through the term in my freshman year, and he's like still laughing about it. And I actually, when I learned what it was, I asked him. I'm like, "What do you think dummy is? Like, what does that mean to you? Like, how do you define a dummy?"
Mhm.
And he's like, "GPA and grades, of course." That's what he said, right? And I'm like, "Oh, okay. What's your
Mhm.
GPA?" He's like, 2.4 or 2.5. And he's like, "What's your GPA?" I'm like, 4.4? So which one is the dummy now? And he walked away.
Walked away, the walk of shame and put his head down.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, with grades, I'm very competitive. Just don't go there. Like,
You
yeah,
are you are a powerhouse, though. You do so many things, and I see you, and I'm in awe and in wonder, girl, because I see you as somebody who's got a lot. You're very organized and you got it together, especially, talking about your time management. And Kinga says that you're a community builder. Love you, sis.
I'm gonna see her in Sosana this Saturday. So
Oh,
yes,
wow. That's gonna be nice.
you're coming, Angelica. You have no excuse.
I am for the
Yeah,
signing, right? I'm
yeah,
excited. We gotta all be there
yeah.
and support. Uh, let's see,
I love it.
Tristaka, PhD, Nerds Rule Inc.
Yeah. No.
Asking, she says, asking and many blessings with the powerful testimony, Dr. Constance. Asking for help opens up doors for many blessings. And she says she's in San Diego too. So she's
Girl,
got to come over and with us as
girl.
well.
Saturday at 1 p.m., 810 West Valley Parkway. If you go to Amazon, buy the book so we can see you.
Uh-huh.
This book, we're gonna have book signings. See how many authors we have? 27, and about five or
Wow.
six people
Wow.
are coming. So I'm like, please come. Even if you don't buy a book, you just want to chill. We would love it. We would love it. Yeah.
I think it's good to support,
Yeah.
and I'm definitely gonna go and I'll probably take some video of you guys in action doing your thing.
Doing absolutely nothing but yapping at each other. That's for sure.
I get to meet you too, Susanna Down. She says that means I get to meet you. I'm looking forward to it. I remember when we first met and for coffee in the morning for breakfast and
Where are you? I'm here. I don't see you. Where are you?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was nice when we finally got together and had a conversation, and then after that we got to look at the store across the street. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
We went to go to vacuum place and I was like in the vacuum with all the dust.
That's
I'm like,
right.
I don't know where to go.
You were coughing away, but you got yourself a good deal there. Did you try any of the vacuums out?
So I actually got a power cord for my Dyson because I ran out of the power cord. My dog ate it,
Mhm,
literally ate it. So I went back and got some more, and then I got some spray for like carpet stuff. So yeah.
mhm.
Trista says, "What's the address? 810 West Valley Parkway in Escondido." I
Okay.
memorized that address.
You got it down. See,
Yeah.
you can see some of the messages that I can't see, so I think it's great. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I can see what's the address too. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad that you saw
Paula.
that. Woohoo,
I'm
girl.
with you in spirit. Yes, Paula. Paula is in Switzerland. She and I almost met up, but it was not where I told her, I'm like, don't drive because we're going to see each other for 30 minutes and you're going to drive 2 hours one way. That's not worth it. When you're in LA, forget about it. It's just traffic is too much.
Hey. Yeah.
Annie,
You
woo
see
woo,
Annie?
my brother.
He
Annie's
said
here. Lisa's here. Woo woo. I invited them to come over.
we both did it. I think, and he says, "Hey, my genius friends."
Aw,
That's Annie, and Lisa says, "Good night, everyone. Love you, Angelica and Dr. Constance Leyland. We
night,
love you too,
Lisa.
girlfriend."
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, you had a few challenges. It looked like you had a few challenges with school and things of that sort. But now you have something going on. What started you on your journey to find people that inspire?
I think my journey began when I realized the profound impact
Mhm,
that mentors and role model had on my own personal growth. I really didn't have like an official mentor, and I'm so jealous when people do have one.
mhm,
But their guidance, like my grandmother taught me a lot, right? I grew up with her. My
mhm,
aunts and uncles, their guidance and encouragement when
mhm,
I'm low on fuel and energy really inspired me to seek out more individuals who could offer wisdom and inspiration. Have one teacher, Dr. Moon, in
mhm,
college that was so amazing about my college years and my journey. If you see any clubs at school, that were available for grassroots and things like that. I was the president of everything. That was just me. Like I wanted to be that.
That sounds like you, girl.
I know. But literally, I think that quest led me to connect with a diverse range of people from
Mhm,
various backgrounds. I think in seeking similarities with my own journey. And then what I found is that I had a voice and people actually listen. Like, okay, we can do this because I'm only 5 feet tall. I'm like, in my head, Angelica, it's like I came from this small island, way
mhm,
yonder, and I couldn't speak English. Who would freaking listen to me? In the very first 3 months in this country, I vowed myself that I will memorize the dictionary and
mhm,
listen to cassette tape with the accent and intonations and everything. And
mhm.
I tested out 3 years worth of English in 3 months. I was very determined to learn the language. Yeah,
When you're determined, you get it done.
yeah,
That's so cool. That's a big challenge, and you, challenge yourself with leadership as well, and people listen to you, so good as Annie says, "Good on you." Uh,
yeah.
Manoj says hello, and,
Dina, I was just talking to Dina on the phone.
she says
Yeah.
that you're amazing, Dr. CJ.
Love you, sister. You're amazing yourself. Wait till you hear her story. I love elevating people because no one elevated me, and I
Mhm,
wanted to do that for others.
mhm.
I've always had to fight for my voice, always. And I just got sick and tired of fighting for it, so I created my own. And here we
That
are.
is and look at that, and now you know what it feels like to, not be heard, and now you're helping other people so that they're heard, and that's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is awesome. So, so in what ways have you inspired others?
Wow. First teaching. I thought I never actually wanted to be a teacher, guys. I've always wanted to be a judge growing up. That's what I wanted to be. And
Mhm,
then I switched to journalism and I wanted to be on TV for journalism because I thought it was cool.
mhm,
Because I never had a voice. But imagine if the TV had my voice, that would be so cool. That was really my thing, right? And then my
mhm,
teacher in college told me that I don't really have a voice when I'm in journalism. I don't really get to say what I want because
mhm.
you're paid to say what you want. That means you're told what you need to say.
Yeah.
And I'm an only child. I'm like, me? You have to tell me what I have to say? But why? Like, what is that? And I said, no. And so, and then, there were people like, oh, you're too short, you're Asian, you're never going to be on TV. It's just not for you. Just do something else.
Mhm.
I wanted to be a doctor to help. I saw blood, I fainted. I'm like, well, I guess not going to be a doctor, not happening. So
That
that's,
happened that happened with my niece too. She was gonna, study being a doctor, and when she after she saw blood, she knew that that wasn't for her.
I was like literally kind out and I woke up. I'm like, where am I? Did we, when we in class? They're like, CJ, you fainted for the last 2 hours. I'm like, well, I'm not coming back tomorrow. So I never, I'm chicken. I'm literally chicken. When you try to take my blood, I will scream. I need uh, those little baby tiny needles because I don't have a veins and my
Oh, I can't hear you for some reason. Um, Something happened with the sound. But yeah, I know I when I see a big needle, I look the other way as well. So, oh, I can't hear you. I wonder what's going on. Device not connected, it says. Ma- Maybe she's connecting the mic. So, in the meantime, I'll look at the messages until we get it together with the connection. Ah, Dina, you're a great friend. So grateful to be in your circle. And oh, that's very sweet of you to say that you love us both. Love you too, my friend. I'm so excited about the new friends that we're making here, helping each other. Oh, Dina, we gotta let CJ know that being on her platform helped uplifted you so much. It makes a difference when we hear it from other people on how we're able to help others, right? Because there's something about helping another person. It gives you a good feeling in your heart. So let's see, Dr. Constance, for some reason the device isn't connecting. We might have to do this again, which I would love to because I'm having such a great time with Dr. Constance. I almost feel like giving her a phone call and and seeing what's going on. Um, yeah, it says that you need to connect your mic, Dr. Constance. It says that the mic isn't connected. So, hmm. Well, friends, any caller. Let's do it. Sorry about the technical difficulties, everyone. But I'm looking forward to meeting everyone on Saturday and supporting you guys. Mm. Oh, I probably have her on my WhatsApp. Wonder if she's trying to get a hold of me too. Let me see if she tried to text me through. Hmm. I don't see you, Dr. Constance. Let me see if well, I'll give it a little bit more time. Let me try calling again. Oh, here she looks like she's coming back. Are you back? It's a black background, Dr. C. I hear the mic though.
You can hear my mic. I know. My daughter switches to a movie and then it took over her the audio and so now I can't even do anything. I am so sorry about that.
That's okay. Things happen. You know, this just means that we're just gonna have to do this again.
Right? We had a good conversation. Now it's just more of an audio. But
It's an audio, but well, I guess I could I know that you're working on some projects. Maybe we should just go to the projects that you're working on
sure.
and we'll just make it a little. Do you want to answer the questions without being being the mystery person behind this?
I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, definitely.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, so you don't mind. So then I'll just ask it and so you've inspired people in a few ways and I see just by the comments um that you've inspired a few people. So let's see. Earlier
Let me see what the
somebody
comments.
Dina says that you have uplifted her. uh, just by being on the platform.
Aw, thanks, Dina. Happy New Year's here too. Yeah. So most people probably think that I live online and I just pretty much go and DM everyone, but I actually Dina and I talked on the phone late nights because she's on the East Coast, and
Mhm,
50 inspirational connections last year. She actually didn't want to do it, and a
mm,
lot of people don't because a they don't understand what it is, or the time commitment. And I literally try to make it as smooth as possible for people, but
mhm,
literally at the end of the day there's two folds in that. One is you're representing yourself and what
mm,
you're in control of, and two, why not, right? Everybody always wants to be belonging is a big thing for community. The problem is there's other
yeah,
peoples out there that will tell you free, but then at the end there's a fee, right?
mhm,
So,
yeah,
bait and switch stuff. And I'm like, there's no bait and switch. I don't got time for that. I literally will tell you how much my thing costs if there was a cost. This one is me giving back to my community because I'd love to amplify people. The reason
mhm,
for that is because I never had that chance growing up.
mhm,
Right now I
mhm,
find my voice. I want to do it for some people. And so I called her and I said, okay, I'm not going to push you, but I do want to know, like, why? Why wouldn't you? And she couldn't tell me why. I'm like, Dina, just apply. Here's the link. And she literally just, after 3 hours of conversations. And
mhm,
sometimes when you are apprehensive, it's sometimes it just takes a conversation to kind of bring things up and say, okay, why am I like this? And it actually helps you to step out of your own comfort zone. It's hard to step out in your own comfort zone when it's scary out there. The
mhm.
judgment, you never know. People judge you for whatever. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of what people judge you for. But I think
Mhm,
when you don't give an F anymore, you're like, what am I gonna lose? Right? What am I gonna lose? It's free.
exactly.
And so
Mhm,
when that happened, then she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Let's do it." And so she did, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, girl, I'm so proud of you." And she
mhm,
felt good afterwards, not because of me, it's because she got out of her own comfort zone. I was just a little push for her, really, right? That's how I see
mhm,
myself, just a little push. And she did it. Like I got a DM that any referred to me, and this person said, I was apprehensive, but after you talked to the 50 inspirational, I was really driven to do it. Thank you for speaking today because I get to feel who you are, and it's not
mhm,
this bait and switch. I'm like, thank you. Sometimes people just need to know that you're coming from the heart, the passion that you're what you're doing, rather
yeah.
than like, oh, it's going to be selling something. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. When it's from the heart, it's real, right?
Yeah.
People could see that. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Well, I think that there was a few messages here while we had while
I'm
we had
off.
the
I'm off.
the minor challenge, but I wanna read some of them because they're kind of funny. And he says, "You sound like me, blood, needles, cut flesh, and things that come out of people make me faint." He said,
Yep.
"I killed my dreams of being a doctor too."
Yeah. Nope. Nope. Next. Yeah, I can't do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then Susanna says in regards to the issue that was happening, it may be Chi-Chi.
It's not Cheerio. Chi Chi, they know my dog. She's my little stinker. She eats everything. That's why, and she pulls plugs everywhere. It's Bella.
Uh,
It's
I
Bella's
see.
fault this time. It's my daughter.
That's a culprit now.
Yeah,
Oh,
right. We're
a
blaming it on that.
and he says, "What's going on Saturday?" So,
Hey, we have a book signing. Any want to come over from England to San Diego?
come on down. That would be so
Right.
funny.
I
That
know it'd be
I
good.
I wanted to see him when I was in Europe, but, we didn't make a stop in England, but definitely if I'm ever in England again, definitely gonna meet up with my twin brother.
Yes, from another Mister. I love it. Yes.
Yeah. So, oh, thank you, Dina, about my hair.
She
Um
looks gorgeous, doesn't she? Look at Angelica. She's glowing.
oh, thanks to the light. Thank you, guys. I
Thanks
appreciate
for the light. Your personality and your face matches who you are.
it.
You're
Aw.
giving. Okay, I have my video now. Hold on one second. Let me see if I
Okay,
can
awesome.
mute myself here. Hold on.
Mhm. And Susanna says, Dr. Constance Leyland, knows how to lovingly push us beyond. Oh, let me add her to stage. Awesome.
Sorry, guys, I'm back now. I figured it
Yay.
out. Laptop and then laptop in front. I have two computers.
That's okay. Things happen and we just roll with it, right?
That's right. We can't get stressed out. And because that's how we do with live stream. Everything is technology, and technology sometimes have a mind of its own. You can't do nothing with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so true. Let's see. I want to read more. What is your vision for 5 years from now? Annie wants to get in on the interview. Annie, you could do it, my brother, just because you're my twin.
What is my vision? Well, I have one vision, which is the Netflix. I want to be the Netflix of education.
Yay.
The reason I do that's because I think education is a leveler for people. The more you know, the more you can make better decisions, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And I actually, the more degrees I have and the more certifications I have, the more I feel stupid. It's kind of weird because I'm thinking, wow, I didn't know that. Why didn't I know that? And you're like, CJ, duh. Like I talk to myself.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I said, some people are not made for education. Some people don't like after high school, they're done because there's just too much. I
Hmm.
just happen to love homework and I happen to just love education. But I said, what if you get educated on TV? What if you learn something by just watching TV? So it's like a crossover between education and entertainment, edutainment, right? And so
Yeah.
that's my vision. I want to create, like right now, I just started. Well, people told me that my vision was crazy, that it's not possible, that I need to be almost a millionaire to do it. And I'm going to
Hmm.
tell them that I already have two TV shows today with almost 200,000 download hours,
Hmm.
from 13-year-old all the way to 65 years old. So I think we
Congratulations.
and I think when you dream big, as crazy as it is, but to make it a reality, you got to start somewhere, but make sure that you're grounded and that you
Hmm.
have surround yourself with people who support you, right? Emotionally,
Absolutely.
mentally, and
Hmm.
attitude wise. Because you'll have friends, Angelica, that are like, yeah, yay, yeah, that's so good. But deep inside, you could tell their energy is jealousy.
Yeah.
Um, and I get rid
You
of
can
those
see
people.
it on their face
Yeah, and
sometimes, right?
even the tone, right? Even if you don't see them in person, the tone, the
Uh-huh.
level of engagement,
Uh-huh.
you hear the cattiness in there, and I'm like, oof, I'm out, exit
Yeah.
out. And so,
Yes.
any to answer your question, I want to continue on, hopefully getting bigger and bigger and bigger on that end to help more people. That's really I want to be in service for others. Yeah,
Hmm. That is great. Well, we
yeah.
got a few questions. Kristen Bond wants to know, out of curiosity, what is your PhD in?
International business. It's actually my it's actually a DBA, not a PhD, and I'll tell you the reason why.
Hmm.
Wait, first let me ask you, do you know the difference between a PhD and a DBA?
PhD, I just know they always use that for doctors.
DBA actually is not doing business as, it's Doctorate of Business Administration.
Oh, there you go.
PhD is actually more of a research base. So you can
Mm-hmm.
do a first, right? First research that costs you a lot of money and time.
Mm-hmm.
Secondary research is most PhD that you'll see graduate with a PhD is mostly secondary data, meaning they extrapolate data from people, they
Mm-hmm.
synthesize based on their questions, and they get a PhD. A
Mm-hmm.
DBA is you take all of those research, whether it's secondary or first,
Mm-hmm.
then you take one of those research questions and you say, Angelica, try this if it works, right? I'm more of an action person. I can't
Mm-hmm.
just say, I theorize that this could happen. I don't care about theory at that point. I want
Mm-hmm.
something that can work in real life. I've
You're
always,
action girl.
yeah, I cannot, my brain just doesn't work like, this could happen. I'm like, well, why haven't you tried it?
Mm-hmm.
I just wrote about it. I'm like, okay, let's try it. That's me. I want to try something that you have researched to see if it works. And that's a difference between a DBA and a PhD. So if you just want to research and have theory, it's good. PhD is good. I vote for people who wants that. But if you are the type of person that you're always curious if things really do work, then get a DBA,
Mm-hmm.
right? Get a DBA. And so that's the difference between the two. So mine's international business. My thesis is there a difference between executive women in the Philippines and in the United States? The
Mhm.
reason I picked those is I came from the Philippines, but I also grew up here most of my life, in the U.S. But what
Uh-huh.
I see is that U.S. we scream equality for women, blah blah blah. We scream so loud, but then
Mhm.
when I looked at the research, Philippines has higher executive women employed than women in United States. I said there is a difference. What is the difference? What is the
Wow,
problem?
that's
Right?
interesting.
And I
Uh-huh.
have done this for the last 2 decades research. I've always like followed it up. And it's
Mhm.
going to take us 132 years, Angelica. This is pre-COVID, 132 years to actually have the same amount of equality of pay from women to men. 132.
We were
I think.
just in a room earlier, Annie and I. Annie had a room on equality for women in Africa,
Mhm.
and they mentioned something like that as well as how many years it's going to take in order for that to happen. And I agree with you. We were talking about Africa, right? And I say, well, I see that it's happening here in the U.S. It's still we're still behind when it comes to pay the equal pay for doing the same thing.
Zimbabwe is in Africa, yet
Yeah.
they're on the top 10 for executive women. Switzerland is number one for women, right? And so I have two beautiful girls, and I'm like, I need to be in this to see how to figure out. My great grandkids from now will have something
Hmm.
to do. But that's my research. I wrote about it in academic publishing. I used to do academic
Hmm.
publishing and write books for Germany.
Hmm.
But now I do publishing for my sisters and brother in a personal level.
Hmm.
But yeah, welcome, Kristen. Thanks for explaining. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's nice. Um, Paul says, good to see you, Dr. Constance. Hey, Angelica. Congrats, Dr. Constance, on your personal book signing in your personal, well, it's a everybody book signing, right?
Yeah, because this is 27. I'm just so Dina actually said, "Oh, I didn't know you could do book signing if you put your books in Amazon." I said, "No. I test guys, if you don't know me, I test a lot of this. Like I test. So I paid money, okay, to get a different bigger publisher than Amazon that
Uh,
will go to 40,000 distribution channels. If you go with Amazon, you can't do book signing at Barnes. It's not going to happen. So I bought my own ISBN. This is why I have a book club. You see,
yeah,
in the book club, you will figure out how to do this thing that we're doing. You're going to figure out how to do branding. You're going to figure out how to do a lot of things. And I'm creating a podcast circuit for women, nothing to do with men. I know there's a lot of amazing men like, any brother, any here, but I want to have a podcast circuit for women so that we can elevate each other much
absolutely.
faster, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I love it. You're doing awesome things, my friend. Let's see.
Oh
Annie
my,
says she's back and staying cool when tech goes wrong. We got to stay cool, like we said earlier.
yeah.
And generally, when you tell your vision is crazy, it's really genius. Yeah, look at, I agree with you. Look what happened with Einstein, right? And a few people that people thought were crazy.
Yeah.
Um, Dina says that is amazing. Paul says impossible equals I'm possible. And Keith says, hello, ladies. I hope all is well. So Kristen says, so it's like the next step above MBA. That's very cool.
Yes, it is. It's the same as PhD. The only difference between the two is action versus research. That's just research. Yeah. I'm an
Well,
action person. I can't just sit still.
that's how you get things done, though. You know,
Well, I
when
have ADHD, so it doesn't help. So, you know what I mean? Like, I can't sit still, people. Yeah.
that's why I could relate with you, my friend. We
I
got
know
the
that's why we,
ADHD.
that's
we
why
got, I get you.
yeah, I'm like, that's you. I'm you. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Dr. Constance Leyland Danielle says, tell him, sister. And let's see. MD Al Musamman says hello.
Hi,
So I
brother.
and Dr. New says research is so important. Love our Level Up Academy. And book club and book signing with Level Up. Is Dr. Nu going to be there too? Or
No, she's actually in Georgia with her
okay.
family right now. Yeah. It's funny
So
how I know everybody in here and I tell you exactly where they're at.
that's awesome. That's because you have a great relationship with people and they are open with their information with you.
Yeah.
Susanna Down says, just say yes to Dr. Constance. That's we have a saying in Spanish, tú nomás di que sí, which is just say yes, right?
Yeah.
And just
I always tell them too. It's like, sí, sí puede.
yes. Oh, let's see. Yes, the book club, Danielle. Yes, sister. Keith says, me too. And Kristen says, yes, the tribe is definitely a tribe of doers. That's
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, all. Love the synergy. I got to go to San Diego again. Yes, Dina, you do.
Mm-hmm. And then we can go to lunch and it will take you to the vacuum place.
We got to try some other places for lunch, you know?
I
Let's see.
know.
Ernest Harrell. Hi, Ernest. So, so you have some projects coming up, and that um well, first of all, let's talk about the two books that you would suggest people read or that have inspired you.
Well, I would say our two books, Susanna and I, is published. This is Susanna's Moving Beyond Boxes and mine. But
Mhm.
growing up, I actually have two books that inspired me to do more, right?
Okay.
Um, Basically, the first one is To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm sure in high
Well,
school you guys have read that, right? To Kill
I
a
saw the
Mockingbird.
movie. I saw the movie.
Yeah, the book I love, by
Mhm.
Harper Lee. It's really one of my favorite books, even growing up. It's because it addressed a profound themes of justice and morality and human empathy.
Mhm.
The story's moral courage and the lessons it imparts on me have had a lasting impact on me. The second one is called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's another
Mhm.
favorite. This book's message is about following one's dream and the
Mhm.
importance of the journey itself.
Yes.
Resonated deeply with my own life philosophy, and it's a beautiful reminder that personal growth and fulfillment come from pursuing our true desire, and
Yes.
the desire to help sometimes takes a lot of turns.
Mhm.
Some people you'll attract at the moment, but you'll lose them at the next stop, right? It's like a bus of CJ, and I will pick up people, and sometimes I have to drop them off in the destination even if they don't want to get dropped off yet, because at that moment it's like it's a stop for you and then continue on.
Mhm.
So I love that. It just inspires me to keep going and live in the moment and enjoy the moment.
Awesome. Ernest Harold that says 1111 make a wish.
Ooh, 11:11. Oh, from their time. Ours is only 8. We're on the California. We're still 8.
So that's the time everybody makes wishes. I'm learning new things every day. And thanks, Ernest. And let's see. Kristen says, yes, Scout and the Alchemist is awesome.
That means you read the book. Yep.
Nice.
Never
It's
stop
nice.
dreaming. Don't stop dreaming. Keep dreaming big.
Well, in the other book that you mentioned, the first one, what was it called again?
Kill a Mockingbird.
Kill a Mockingbird. It makes me think about you because you are a person that wants to help others and seek justice and helping others. And I could see how why that was a special book for you because you're a special girlfriend.
You get extra hugs this Saturday.
Yes, yes. So speaking of which, I wanted to also ask what what two people have inspired you in your life? If there's more that you want to say than that, you can, but I don't want to stress you.
I would say at least there's a lot of people who inspired me, but there's four. The first one is definitely my grandmother. That I was a sickly baby, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, I was a sickly baby, almost died at 2, and because
Sorry.
I was allergic to dairy, and people keep feeding me dairy, and I
Mm,
couldn't.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
my grandma, who's only a third grade education, right, figured out, maybe she needs goat's milk. And so she saved my life from that. And
Did the goat's milk help you?
yeah, yeah. And I
Wow.
lived because of that. And so, like, all of the adversity, even before I had inclination of what environments are and what people are, she inspired me to keep going. That, when people think of education, they always think of me as only want to be friends with people who are educated. I'm like, my grandma was a third grade education, right? But she was the
Mhm.
smartest woman I know,
Mhm.
smartest woman I know. I think that I value more of the people's values and morals more than the external
Mhm.
whatevers that you have. Because all of these things that you have, it's either going to change you or show you who you are. The more money you get, the more it's going to show you who you are and who you're becoming, right?
Mhm.
I grew up in a third world country. I had some 90s, but at the same time, I learned how to navigate life in a way where help was everything, right?
Mhm.
And support is really important. So my grandma. The second one definitely is um, my mom, even though I didn't really know her until I was 7, only for 12 hours. And then I see her again when I was 18, only.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now we have good relationship. With all the things that she overcame, she inspires me to never give up. When
Mhm.
things are super dark in your life, never give up.
Mhm.
And then the third one is my sister Shosanna. Um, she has reinvented herself the way she feels comfortable within herself, no matter what. And sometimes even losing some family members just so you
Mhm.
be you. And that's hard. Not a lot of us really think about that. And we take advantage for the fact that we can just say la 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 with our family. But when you're truly rejected by your own family and you
Mhm.
have to find family somewhere else, that's inspirational to me. And
Mhm.
then my fourth one is my sister Danielle over here, right? Her
Mhm.
husband just had a stroke. They're young.
Mm.
She has 3 young kids and navigating life so hard. And I see her smile. I see her show up. I see her trying to stay positive, not only just for her kids, but for her friends,
Mhm.
despite what she's going through. To me, that's inspirational.
Absolutely. You know, because there could be stresses, but when we can overlook the stresses we're going through and live that moment, because I think we start to think of how valuable life is and how we need to treasure every moment and make it as special as we can make it. So that's beautiful. I'd love to meet her as well. A lot of nice people to meet.
Listen, you don't have a choice. I will drag you both. I'm like,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, I
Christine,
see.
she said, I have a question for Dr. Kanza. If you had an unlimited budget, what would you do to change the world? Um, I'm slowly doing that right now. I don't have a budget, literally, Christine, but I definitely will build schools everywhere. Um, I would build schools everywhere for the future. I want more human communications rather than just AI everything. I think we need
Mhm.
to get back to communications. When we get lazy,
Absolutely.
our brain gets mush. Think about like when you're bedridden. I don't know if you guys have been hospitalized before, but like when you're
Mhm.
hospitalized and you can't move, you lose all your muscles in your leg. You get
Mhm.
atrophy.
Mhm.
Same thing
Mhm.
for your brain. If you keep using AI to do everything for you, you're going to have your brain atrophy. You can't do that to yourself.
Mhm.
Please, okay? Use it as a tool, but not everything. I definitely will want more projects, more education. If I was a billionaire, I would run projects for people to have more belonging and sense of community, and really find happiness within rather than outside, because our society is so inundated and integrated with external crap. We
Oh,
need to
yeah.
go back to who we are. And I grew up from an island, and we didn't have any electricity. And so we had bonfire literally every night just so we can see each other. And I love that. And I wish um, that I could do that for people. But God didn't give me that authority yet. But with his help and you guys' support, maybe we will someday. Who knows?
I think that, video and internet is a good way to send that message across because, people see it. I just saw the vision in my head of the bonfire and family together, right? And I think you're absolutely right. Our The system that we're in makes having a lot of stuff make it seem like having a lot of stuff is where it's at, right? But, when you have a lot of stuff, it could also clutter your mind. You could become a hoarder. so, so
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a hoarder right now. I'm
crack me up. I have to confess, I'm a bit of a hoarder myself when it comes to costumes, but there has to be a balance, and I think when you start getting rid of things and your life is simple, then you can focus on the people around you and the places that you go to. Like, we have the beach here in San Diego, right? I need to go to the beach more often and put my feet in the sand.
Why don't you come with us? We're having a breakfast at Stratford, in Oceanside.
Oh, yeah?
I'm
Well,
taking the sisters
let's do it. When are you guys doing this?
Sunday. You want to come? I'll pick you up. Or meet you, whichever. You're in Oceanside, but yeah, we can. I have the bus. Remember, Charito. Hello, Charito. She's from the Philippines. She's in Manila. ¿Cómo
Oh,
estás?
Charito's here. Mahal
Yeah.
kita, Charito.
Yes, mahal ka namin.
Lachelle says, "Hey, happy to see you both here." We're happy to see you
Oh my
too, Lachelle. Super
God.
mom.
Christine Vaughn said, "What? Something about this?" Okay, so I have this eyeliner from Estee Lauder. Okay, ADHD moment. Girl, you see this paddle? You see that paddle? You cannot go wrong. It could go thick and it could go thin. That's from
Nice.
Estee Lauder. I'm like, go get it. I don't even get paid for them. Okay, and then pointy right here at the end.
Wait, is that eyeliner?
Yeah, it's liquid liner. It's paddle. So I can only do like the bottom and then paddle up. And
Oh,
it's
I
like
like
one
that.
swoop.
You just did a mini commercial, girl.
I know. You guys better pay me at Estee Lauder.
You need to go on TikTok. You know how there's the big companies are
No,
using you.
they already asked me to do some stuff. I was like, I haven't got time for this. I'm already doing Amazon. Let me tell you. Oh, it's Danielle's birthday, this Thursday.
Oh,
So we're
oh,
taking
oh,
we're
and she's
taking
gonna.
her to dinner.
Oh, you guys are going out to dinner. Is she gonna be at the book signing as well?
That's right. She's coming from Sacktown.
Awesome. So then I'm gonna see everybody. I'm excited. We'll all be able to give each other a big group hug.
Kinga's gonna be here too. Kinga, Harsha, Jacqueline. Jacqueline's from San Diego and Harsha's from San Diego.
Oh, I see. How come you brought the eyeliner out? Kristen mentioned our eyeliners both on point is on point. I was like, where'd you come out of
I
the
saw
eyeliner world? I see now. It makes sense.
it. Yeah, you're like, what are you doing? I'm like ADHD moment. I had
And I just accept the ADHD moment because I'm like right there with you, my sister.
yeah.
So, oh, look at Charito saying such nice things. You're beautiful too, our sister. We love you. And you're brilliant
Mahal ko
as
kayong
well.
mga magagandang dalaga. She's basically saying, I love you guys, beautiful women. That's what she's saying in Tagalog. Oh, Charito, mahal ka namin. We love you.
Yes.
Christine Bone, do a get ready with me TikTok. I did the contour video once on TikTok. Any does not like TikTok. He's like, I don't want to go. I'm like, any guilty. I am on TikTok.
I'm on TikTok too. And have I followed you there yet?
I don't know. I don't think
I don't
so.
think I are you under Dr. Constance on
No, I
TikTok?
think level up. I'm always at level up.
Level Up. Okay, I'm gonna look for you at Level Up then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do a get ready with me on TikTok. Okay. I just know get ready the old song. I'm old school girl.
That's
So
right.
let's go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I think it's called Level Up Academy by Doc is my TikTok.
Okay. All right. Well, I got it all recorded here on Restream. So I'll look this over in case that's the beauty of it. It's right now it's recording on
StreamYard.
Google. Yeah, on StreamYard, and it's on Google as well. So
I put you on my LinkedIn and YouTube.
okay, cool. So we are connected on that.
Hmm.
Absolutely, girl. You were awesome. Okay, let's see. Um, what projects are you working on right now? Because I know you got a million of them, girl.
So I have this coming up next week, actually.
Uh-huh.
This is the Level Up magazine. So if you're in the US, and maybe Canada, I can mail one, but this is a physical and online magazine called Level Up Circle, and
Uh-huh.
your sisters in there. And the
Is
theme
that
of this,
Kimberly? Is that Kimberly Lechnick?
Santa.
Oh, Susanna.
Yeah,
Oh, Susanna. I just did that.
I know. And then
Congratulations.
my sister Danielle's in here. Mike is in here. There's a whole
Congratulations,
bunch of people
Danielle.
in here. Yeah, Sandra
That,
Gonzalez. See,
that is nice.
so this is
Oh,
my project.
yes.
I do
These are
this
all
once.
LinkedIn folk. I see
That's
them.
right. That's right. Once every quarter, and then of course the book signing for this Beyond Boundaries, and then our book club. Actually, the book club is not about just writing; it's about branding. We're going to teach a class every single month. For 10 months, you can get into our anthology for free.
Uh-huh.
And then we have another anthology, actually, Angelica, that starts in August. So I'll do an author school next week. Um,
Nice.
yeah, it's going to be
Tell,
cool. I'm
tell us
sure.
all about it. Tell us all about it. How do people get involved in it?
I will have an author school. All you have to do is DM me, and I usually will give you all the info on my website,
Uh-huh.
so you can see what it's all about. It's always have a theme. Um,
Uh-huh.
so we will, this one is called Rebel with a Cause. This new one's coming up, Rebel with a Cause.
I
Um,
like that name.
yeah, because we're always fighting for a good cause,
Hmm.
and now I want to know what you're fighting for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fighting for our lives, fighting for our families, fighting for, yeah, for our happiness.
for a for a good live stream that don't have any tech issues.
Oh, that stuff happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Margaret Martinez says, "Hola, sis." Hola, Margaret. Kristen says her boyfriend has TikTok, 10K followers. She says she can't get on it because it sucks my ADHD and I'll be there on there for hours. And then he says, "You won't get me to waste my time
On
on
TikTok,
Tiki Talkie." Tiki Talkie. I must
you know
say it
what?
like a Brit.
No, here's the funny thing. He's already on TikTok. because I recorded with him and I put him in there because I know he doesn't like it. Look. Because the alternative, not to have no idea, not to dream big enough, not polite, these things small.
Oh my
Wow,
god.
you're too late. You're on
That
TikTok
is so hilarious. I thought you said you won't be on Tiki Talkie.
forever.
It looks like you're in there, my friend.
Under my account. Oh my gosh. And he is famous. He doesn't even know it. Right? On TikTok.
He makes people famous and you make him famous back.
It's reciprocity. We're giving back the same energy, right? We're giving back. Oh my gosh. I gotta go look at your boyfriend's TikToky now. I'm talking like
He's got you talking like him. Tiki Talkie.
he goes, I'm still not going to create an account. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, I only have 6K in there on TikTok right now. I haven't really spent the time to really get into it. But yeah, that's so funny, Annie. Oh my god.
Sarita wants she's turning us into actresses. She says that she sees us as the main cast actresses of LinkedIn Wood.
Ooh.
Woe to Hollywood. Give way, give way.
So long as
You're
our internet is good, I think we'll be okay.
good.
Oh,
Kristen says, "Love you guys bunches. Have a good rest of your night. Headed to the train station in an hour." Okay, love. Be
bye for
safe.
now. Good night.
I'm still not going to create an account. Manny.
A year from now, you will. TikTok it. TikTok it.
Oh my goodness. Lots of laughter here. And Dina says gotta go to bed. Yeah,
Hi,
it's
sister.
3 hours ahead if she's
Yeah,
in
almost midnight, like 11:30 p.m.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Yes. It was and Kristen's just cracking up. It was really great to hear everybody's comments
Yeah.
and to hear your comments and to learn a lot. I know there's more things that you're working on that you haven't talked about yet.
Tons. Podcast circuit is one of them.
Is this part 1 then? Are we gonna do part 2?
Sure, anytime we can do part two, and then next time we're gonna do a live TikToky, and then we're gonna send any link until he creates an account.
Yeah, what we'll do is we'll have a video of him playing inside with us. And you know that TikTok where they make where the
For
CapCut makes
dance.
people dance? We'll have him dance. We'll have him dance in the middle and we'll be doing the dance on the side. Did you hear that, Annie? We're gonna make a dancer out of you too, friend.
Where it looks like Keith would want to join us. Keith, do you want to join us for TikTokity things?
Absolutely. Anybody who's down. I think we could get 10 people on our restream. So that's
Yeah,
another thing that we could look at. In
StreamYard right here, right now, in StreamYard, we could definitely do 10 people in here. Yeah,
Mhm.
and then we can do TikTokity things. Oh, we can do TikTok on Saturday
Okay.
with Susanna and Danielle.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm down. What time is the event on Saturday?
It starts at 1, and depending on how many authors and how many people are coming, we were thinking between 1 to 5, maybe.
Uh-huh.
And he says, "The world knows I can't dance."
Well, they're not gonna know that after we put you on CapCut dancing,
Yeah,
because that's we got an
I'm
AI
gonna
that
put an
makes
AI on you, like, ooh, ooh. I'm gonna put some hearts and glitter, some music, and you're in. You're good. Because why not?
Oh my goodness. And Keith says, "Why not?"
TikTokity thing. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be funny. So yeah, it looks like Keith wants to do some dancing too. So yeah,
Yeah, let's
he's
go.
down. Let's get the whole crew in.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's already 8:31, and probably everybody needs to go to sleep or they're gonna have their dinner.
Plain evil. No, you haven't seen it yet, Emmy. You haven't seen it yet.
Oh my goodness. Love everybody here.
Yeah.
Any O song is hilarious, definitely indeed.
It
But
is.
everybody here is great and has something of value to give, has a talent. Right, my friend? So is there any last words that you want to say before we end the interview tonight, my friend?
Yeah. Just be yourself and make sure that you have boundaries for what's non-negotiable for you. Sometimes we do things for our friends even if we don't want to,
Mhm,
because we think that there's something missing, but you're actually missing a piece of you. It's called
mhm.
peace. You don't have peace in your head, right? You're
I
missing
like how you
something.
put that together, girl.
Yeah,
It is peace.
yeah, and they're renting free in your head, even if, because sometimes I've been there, when you just kind of associate yourself with people because you think you can get something out of whatever, but at the end of the day, you actually not peaceful, and you can't buy peace in your head. So I think just be yourself and create non-negotiables and boundaries for yourself on what makes you happy, and what gives you more energy to wake up in the morning ready to tackle the wide world.
Mhm. I love that. And, I think you should make a T-shirt with what you said about the peace.
Peace. Yeah.
That was deep, girl. You put it together. Charito says, "Hello to my dearest friends." Okay, she's saying hi to Dr. New, Kristen, Dina, Tony, and Susanna. Awesome. Awesome. Well, love the vibe, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. I'm gonna look over this. Maybe you could put in the comments the address of the signing so that others can join.
Yeah, if you're in San Diego, guys, it's 810 West Valley Parkway. Also, even if you're not here and you want to support our team, because for every book that you buy, a portion of that goes to the farmers in Madagascar to give them jobs. And
Mhm,
also, we're planting back to the environment. I'm planting trees.
mhm.
So every purchase and sale that we get, a portion of it goes towards that, because that's my goal. I want to give 360.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Madagascar, that would be a cool place to visit
Yeah,
too.
you know that what is that? Is it Rio? What is that? And you're like, you got to move it, move it. You got
You
to
got to
move
move
it.
it, move it.
Yeah.
I love that song. Dun, 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 dun.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So I was like, ooh, Madagascar. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Awesome. Well, I really enjoyed our conversation, and I'm looking forward to Saturday.
See you
And
soon.
yeah, definitely. And I'm looking forward to a part two. And you know, love you all.
Love you guys. But we
And
do have to go.
we have to go. And love you too, Dr. Constance.
Love you,
So we'll
sister.
see you Saturday.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Yeah.
Is that the doggy?
Yeah. I have.
He says your time is up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, bye.
Bye, guys.